What's going on, guys? JSGC 171, and we're here for another football review following up from the Walsall away view, and we're here for the ticket show. As mentioned last time in the previous part, we've got Rochdale, where there's a nice clear view of the ticket for you. There you go. I was a 17 to 21 young adult, so you know, prices are okay. Unreserved seating first, you get a nice long side. I think it'll over 3,000 for you to be able to take a fair, decent following. Rochdale's ground, Spotland, isn't the biggest, but you can create a good atmosphere. We've sat at the back. You'll see some pictures popping up right now of the stand, what it's like for the away, what it looks like from your view, and to be fair, pretty decent. You get in early unreserved seating, you get to the back towards the centre circle, you get a pretty decent view. You've got a nice sizable concourse downstairs. The which lane stand you're in, it's just a nice long thing. It's all like symmetrical in looking. It's all seated areas because Rochdale does have terracing. Speaking of terracing, you want one place to drink, and one place I would recommend is just behind the Sandy Lane stand. I don't know if it's available for away fans or not, but we weren't wearing colours, so we walked in and had a drink, and there's a nice little bar, like a little gentleman's club, just in front of the away, just in front of where the home fans are. You walk around the stadium, and you can have a drink. I don't recall the price has been too expensive, and it's pretty decent in there, so fairly decent places to drink. In Rochdale itself, Rochdale, my opinion, no offence Rochdale fans and stuff, but I've been to Rochdale plenty of times and I don't like the place. Nothing personal against Rochdale, it's just, it doesn't have a feel for me. And now I never really explored Oldham when I went there, so I couldn't comment on that one. But I go to Bury a fair few times. I've been to Bolton a fair few times, and Manchester a fair few times, and Rochdale a fair few times. And I'm just not keen on Rochdale. I mean, in the centre itself, it's pretty like a centre, and that's it, a shopping centre, and that's it. I mean, it's all just pretty depressing. I mean, if you're coming into Rochdale train station or tram or via bus, then it's over a mile walk. You're going to have to head up. If you're coming in via the tram, I seem to remember you can find where the shopping centre is and just go to near one of the banks just nearby. Head up the street, you'll then see quite a few block of flats. You'll also see a couple of sixth form and colleges, and if you just walk up to the main road and head up at the traffic lights, you'll see an Asda, and I think it's a Curry's PC World there as well, a little place there. That's a sign that you're going the right way, and then just simply head up the road, head straight up for about, is it just short of a mile? I think it was, just short of a mile, head straight up. It's a little bit hilly. Then when you see like a house cut into, the road splits into two, and you see a house there with a little green or blue door, I can't remember what it was, might have changed. Head up there, then take your first left past some trees, and you get a pretty rough looking thing of Greater Manchester. I'll pop up a picture of that here. And there's a pub that ain't open there anymore, and you come up to the main stand of Rochdale, where you'll find the ticket office and you'll find the club shop. Now, club shop, never went in it. I went back to it and it weren't open when I went back in the week. A few months later, I ruined a perfectly pair of good trainers, got extremely lost. So, my opinion, stay on that main road. That's why I was mentioning, putting a lot of emphasis on it. Stay on that main road, because I got lost and ended up walking about 2 miles out and having to get a bus back into Rochdale because I had no idea where the hell I was. And it's not the prettiest of places, I'm sure many people can agree on that one. It feels, I don't know if it's homely for people, but I didn't find it too intimidating. It was nice and convenient having an Asda there if you want to get something to eat, or you want to need a toilet stop or whatever, or get some cans. I don't know if it's open on match day for people, but you get quite a lot of people going in. That's about it. Preston lost on the day, 3-0. It was terrible, a terrible performance. We just won't mention that one, we'll just mention the day. The home fans were pretty... I remember the atmosphere being okay, but that might have been because Preston were losing, they were winning so comfortably, it was okay. They kept trying to wind the away fans up, and there was some X-rated chants going on in the other end that's quite inappropriate for YouTube, so I won't mention them, but let's just put it this way. It's pretty weird news events that happened in Rochdale, so if you Google what happened in Rochdale with severe crimes, I'm so sure you'll find it. Now, I did chant a lot of times that we've got more fans than you, the good old-fashioned that one, and Rochdale's quite a small ground, but it's not too bad. I mean, you come in via car, I imagine it's a pretty straightforward, decent away day, but it's kind of just a niggly little place to get to that's tucked out of the way. And if you get on the end of the bad result, then you know, you end up feeling like what we did when we went to Rochdale, which weren't great. So, day itself was decent. Drinking Manchester, take a metro, take a bus. We took a bus because we've never taken a bus before. An actual bus, not a coach, a bus from Manchester. And I do it quite a lot, so I thought I'd treat Aaron to it. And it's an experience. You get people coming up to you, knocking on the window. Yeah, sums up Rochdale for me. The ground itself is small, gets a nice 4 out of 10. I mean, it's just small and it's terracing, old-fashioned. Only thing that gives it a 4 is that you can take quite a lot of fans. It's got a decent concourse on it, so not too bad. The area is pretty rough. Transport very easy to get to. There's lots of options. It does take about 30 minutes, I think, on the tram, about an hour on the bus to get to Rochdale. And you can also get the train as well, coming in from Manchester, but it just cost a bit extra. I found it cheaper going on the bus because it only cost £4, I think it was at the time, which has now gone up in price. I do go to Great Manchester a lot. I do know the bus has gone up in price. I think it's £4.50 now. Inflation for you. Drinks, plenty of places to drink. Manchester's bars, Manchester's pub. Rochdale's got some drinking outlets, and don't forget to check out the one in the Sandy Lane stand as well. That's where we drank. We saw Preston's chairman in there as well. So it's a nice handy place for a drink, particularly if you get there quite early. So out of 10, I'd give the whole day probably a 3 out of 10. Sorry, Rochdale fans, don't mind the place. It's just I don't ever want to go back, and I don't think I ever have to. So that's a relief to me. It has some pretty bad memories, heavy losses, losing a lot of money, ruined a pair of perfectly good trainers, got lost and frustrated. So I'm just glad to leave. But if you want to head to Rochdale, then kudos to you. Good luck with that one. I'll see you next time for the next review where we're heading to Yorkshire. I'll keep it a surprise as to where we're heading, but it is one of our favourite away days. Even the result was bad, but it is one of our favourite away days and one of our favourite cities. So I'll see you for that. This has been JSGC 171. Peace. Ciao for now.